This is big breaking emergency news. The head of the International Longshoremen's Association has issued a serious warning for the American people, and he means business. And it seems like this is going to continue. All right, they've already made major concessions and offers to the union, and he's saying no, and he's denying it, and he's saying he wants to shut it all down. All right, so I want you guys to listen to what he is warning of. And this is on top of the ports are already shutting down, the trains are shutting down, the cars are piling up, embargoes are being issued. It's happening right now. So let's get into the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So this guy, his name is Herald J Daggett, right? And he just issued this warning on live television, and he's essentially saying he's going to shut it all down, all right? And they've already offered him 50% pay increases as well, and he's denying it, right? 50% pay increase, and they're still saying no. So this is going to prolong for a while, it seems like. And we're also going to get into just a little bit of history of who this guy is as well too. But I want you to listen to what he said on Fox News earlier this morning.
Over the weekend, the past
Secretary of Labor Julie Sue has been terrific. She's knocking down doors. She's trying to stop this. She's trying to get us to a media where we can have a fair negotiations. It's the companies that don't want to. They don't want to sit here and be fair. So that's why we're out here fighting for our livelihood.
What more from the automation do you want? What more protections could there be?
What more?
Yeah, they have language in there now.
Not strong enough, because what happens is they come in with new technology. We just caught them in Mobile, Alabama, called Autogate, and that means the trucks are coming in and they're already checked in somewhere else and not using the checkers in the ILA. Circumventing the contract. They don't care. They don't care. It's not fair. And if we don't put our foot down now, they would like to run over us, and we're not going to allow that.
You are going to grind the economy to a halt here on the East Coast and the Gulf Coast.
No, not us. They are. Don't spin it now, because you're Fox News. They're going to drive it.
But are you worried?
They're going to drive it.
Are you worried that this
They have the capital to settle this thing.
Are you worried that this strike is going to hurt the everyday American, the farmers that need to reach the export market? They're telling me that they're going to hurt through all of this.
Now you start to realize who the longshoremen are, right?
Nobody cares.
People never gave a about us until now, when they finally realized that the chain is being broke now. Cars won't come in. Food won't come in. Clothing won't come in. You know how many people depend on our jobs? Half the world. And it's time for them and time for Washington to put so much pressure on them to take care of us, because we took care of them, and we're here 135 years and brought them where they are today, and they don't want to share.
Fox Business' Lydia Hu joins us now from the port of Newark in New Jersey, and I've been following you. We have.
All right, so that was Herald J Daggett, and he's pretty fired up. And one of the big things that they're worried about, it's a real worry, but this is also crippling the economy. The supply chain's a real worry too for all Americans, and especially with these emergencies that are happening across the country. But one of the main things they're worried about is automation, okay? And they've already been offered a 50% pay increase, and he's denied it. And they're worried that ports are going to be completely automated. The trucks, the cranes, everything is going to be AI operated and be able to move autonomously by itself, and there will be way less workers. There might be a few thousand people instead of 50,000 that are doing these jobs instead, and they're just operating remotely. This is what's happening in places like China right now. A lot of their ports are 100% automated. Some of their biggest ports are. And that is what they're trying to push the U.S. towards right now, right? And they're saying that they don't want that. And something to know about this guy too, right? just to give you full disclosure, Herald Daggett, who is the boss here, all right, who says he wants to, quote, cripple the U.S. too. He was saying that in another interview. He owns a 76-foot yacht. He owns a Bentley, and he gets paid over $900,000 a year. All right, and something else too, just to be this union boss, he gets over $900K a year. And something else too is that he was acquitted on RICO charges after the main witness against him, who was a mobster, Lawrence Ricci, was found dead in a car trunk in New Jersey. All right, this happened 20 years ago. He had this RICO case against him. Okay, so I'm not saying anything is connected here, but people have been like alleging and saying that this guy is kind of like a mobster. Okay, I'm not saying that, but I've seen people online making these connections and digging into who this guy really is. Okay, so that was his warning here. I want you to listen to what else they're saying here on Fox News really quick. And the shortages are going to start hitting soon. You don't need to panic buy or anything like that, but maybe grab a little bit extra. Okay, we're going to have food. America produces a ton of food and oil domestically. We're going to have stuff like that, but prices might go up and we might see some things with shortages. All right, but we are a massive producer, and maybe even prices will go down on some things because they're not being exported right now as well too. There's no imports, but there's also no exports, so we could see things go down in price because the market's just kind of flooded here domestically with so much corn or so much oil that would normally be sent overseas, that maybe prices will even go down on certain things. No guarantee. I'm just saying we don't know exactly what is going to happen here. But I just thought it was interesting that this guy, I don't know, just kind of strange. Let me know what you guys think down below. Please just hit it up for me down below too to help get these warnings out and these videos out. I appreciate that. But let me know what you think. Kind of weird. He had a RICO case, and one of the main witnesses was a guy literally in the mob, admittedly. And I don't know. Weird. I'm not saying he's doing anything or he is anything, but let me know what you guys think about that information. Listen to what they're also saying here on Fox News really quick.
Ben, as you've done this story for us, and now the rubber has met the road, and he feels like he's dug in and feels like he's in a strong position. Is he in as strong a position as he thinks or appears to seem to be?
You know, he certainly feels like he's in a strong position, and he's probably looking around at other unions and the wage gains and the record contracts that they have notched in recent years. I mean, just last year, the West Coast port workers got a new contract with a 32% wage hike over 4 years. So now Mr. Daggett, the president, is looking at that and saying, we want that and better. Just yesterday, Dana, Mr. Daggett rejected port management's offer of a 50% wage hike over 8 years. Just to give you an idea of where they stand right now, it does seem like the two sides are still far apart, but he does at least see.
All right, so this could go on for a while. So just be stocked up, be prepared. Don't be panic buying or hoarding or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be that serious of a situation, but if you're looking to buy a car, if you need to get some major part replaced on your car, stuff like that is going to be shut down for a while, all right? This happened in 2020 to 2022, right? There were major parts shortages, and some people's cars were sitting at the mechanic shop for months before they could get a part in from overseas, all right? Because the U.S. does not have a lot of die cast manufacturing anymore, making these steel and aluminum parts that we need, right? So most of these things are imported from overseas, and if they're not being imported, there's going to be major problems with parts and repairs, and that's going to eventually wear down on the supply chain too as trucks become decommissioned, right? This was a major issue in 2022, in that time when the supply chain issues were really bad, is that truckers could not get parts for their trucks, and they were just sitting there for months out of commission. Some of them would just have to abandon their truck in some random city and get a ride home and go home, and that was their truck because they're owner operators, and they just had to leave it there for a while, right? Or they had to get a hotel or camp out somewhere locally, right, until their truck was fixed for months. So that could be some of the main issues we see here. We're not going to have like starvation or anything like that in the US, or there's just like no gas, right? Most likely that's not going to happen, but prices could go up. We'll see. Make sure you have your tanks filled up at all times, all right? Your red tanks, your car tanks, your water tanks. Just have them filled up, because in an emergency, like these hurricanes we're seeing, these things, they last. You can make them last a while, right? So I hope you guys are staying safe and staying prepared out there. Go check out my other video I posted last night about the issue going on with these trains and these embargoes. All right, trains are stopped and piling up. I'll give you all the details on that in that video. I hope you guys are staying prepared on your homestead, stocked up. Get your prepper pantry ready to go. All right, just have it ready and be rotating it. All right, if you've had it for a while, check those dates, make sure they're good. Maybe eat some of the older things that you have in there and get some new stuff, get some more cans in there. All right, so thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.